make it a better place, absolutely.
And I'm not naive enough to think that it's going to happen, but I'm just curious if he's, you know.
The minute you tell me we can turn $1 into it, I'll
see.
Right. I mean, but at the end of the day, it's just not profitable. And I think then we can get into just economics, right? I mean, if something's not profitable, there's no demand for it. Like, is there a demand for people that want to be better educated in pornography and how it can help?
I mean, I don't know. I've never run studies. I don't know, but like, I mean, clearly everybody in here has probably seen porn. Everyone's watching it. Like, if we could remove the BS around it and the stigma around it, maybe like there's ways to make it way more profitable than it is now, with all these people doing it in secret in the men's room after their business meeting.
And that could be the evolution of the industry. And I think I've even in my short tenure, I've seen just an evolution from content-driven subscriptions to, say, your interactive webcam. And who knows, maybe it could be a movement towards, I mentioned in webcams, a lot of them just don't even look for the woman to get naked. They just want an intimate relationship. Like, maybe that is the avenue. So I'm not saying, I think your point is a valid one. I think it's a great point. Unfortunately, the way economics run and the way businesses run, if there's not a profit there, not many people are going to run those research studies. It's going to have to be done by a government.
Karen, don't you have a question here?
I have a question. I actually wanted to go back to the acceptability, because I think it's accepted on the internet, because it's like with anything, like in this class, typically if it was not the internet, if there wasn't technology, we'd be exposed to this class. So we have 26 people, 26 different opinions. We may not all find the same things acceptable. It's like McDonald's. I would never eat McDonald's. My kids wouldn't eat McDonald's, whatever. But the people in McDonald's all think McDonald's is acceptable. So I think if you're on the internet and you're in a certain place, be it shopping, Facebook, whatever, that internet is gearing towards the people who are there. So you're within a community that is accepting what you're doing, and those are the only people who your exposure is within that tangent. Like, I don't watch porn. I don't know who's on the porn site. But you can like start relationships and have acceptance from people. And
It's a self-selected population.
it really is, because it's like, it's directed and geared towards the people who want it. And if you don't want it, it's not in your face. But if you want it, you find other people who say, hey, dude, I like that chick and that flick too. Like, look at this one. And so you're kind of, and that's acceptability, because society, you're exposed to people just like you, but now you have the whole world.
I think you make a great point, and in fact, I think the 2 points play hand in hand, right?
Yeah, totally.
As soon as that becomes the case, then you kind of have your equilibrium, your perfect world, your utopian society of porn, where only the people that accept it can view it. And in your case, I do believe that people are kind of inundated with the idea of porn, because web traffic drives society. And if you go to a torrent site and all of a sudden you click on something, realistically you get, I download music and movies all the time. Like, that's where our target demographic is. That's where we're going to advertise. So we're going to nail down throats.
But you can swipe off it.
Yes.
You don't have to go to it.
Absolutely.
If you want to go to it, you're going to find people who are just like you.
Absolutely.
So.
The virus is,
In our business, the paradox in all of that is, so it's accepted on the internet, but then when the person gets busted by their spouse or their intimate partner, it's not accepted at all. So I mean, that's really where the conflict comes in. I wish you could stay for another hour, because I would love to talk to you about, you've mentioned stigma so many times, and I just wonder, in your own personal life, how this stigma affects you and your family, and do you share it with people, or are you proud of it? And I know your sons are here, and you have the business, and
This is Yamir, and this is my other son, Riel.
Hi, how you doing?
Working together.
and I was not going to do that. I'm going to do it sooner, because I wanted to be an open book to you guys in the sense that I wanted to let you guys ask me stuff about my personal life, even. I'm glad my wife isn't here, because I'd probably ramble off on things she wouldn't want me to discuss. But does it affect our personal life? Yeah. My wife and I have been together 11 years, so 5 years prior to me getting into this business, there was no world of pornography. Was I viewing it prior to the time I got into the business? Absolutely. I was a customer. I didn't pay for it, but I still was a customer. Did it affect my relationship? Absolutely. I think, as with anything, if you're in the business and you have to see those things, I mentioned seeing all those penises all those times. I mean, you kind of get desensitized to it, right? but there's still a very primal instinct, to see sex and to view it. Do I still watch it? I do. Do I watch it nearly as much as I used to? Absolutely not. It's just, I've become desensitized to the industry in a sense. Do I love my wife and do we regularly have sex? Absolutely. I mean, we probably have it more often than most relationships that have been around 11 years. The way I would think, it's interesting to talk about because the moments where you're on your computer late at night and the wife walks in wondering what you're looking at on the computer, I'm always an open book. She can look at it whenever she
And
wants.
now you can tell her it's my job.
Yeah. I'll tell you, I've used job hazards so many times.
Doing research, honey.
Yeah.
But it is very true. In her mind, she has to wonder, like, is he sitting there working or is he viewing porn? Is he looking at porn? My wife's the most awesome woman in the world. She really is, at the end of the day. I tell her all the time, I used to be 40 pounds lighter and I look much better than I do now. And I always tell her that if I met her these days, I'd have no shot at her. But she absolutely has kind of seen a lot and seen what I'd be lying to you if I said there wasn't a period where pornography just desensitized me to sex, period. Because you can only masturbate so much, you can only see so much sex. When you see it nonstop every single day, it really does kind of saturate your brain and you just want to watch some sports. You know what I mean? It really takes a strong relationship and a strong bond for appreciating someone else. That's why I'm the biggest advocate for saying, like, don't fall in love with someone's looks. They always fade. At the end of the day, after 2 years, the lust thing, it ends, right? You have to appreciate the person for their inner workings. Are they selfless? Do they have sacrifice? Do they compromise? Like, those are what drive me as a person. And I'm a really emotional guy. And I've given a couple of best man speeches, and I'll tell you, there's nothing better than raw emotion. And I could get choked up even talking about my wife because I feel that strongly about her. Would I be lying to you if I said we didn't go through those obstacles because of the industry? Yeah, I'd be lying to you. It absolutely does. Because when you inundate someone with so much sex, it affects your personal life. Now, I'm going to go off onto kind of a parallel, but also a little bit of a tangent. Do I want my son to get into this business? I'm still on the fence. I really am. It really is something that I've given a lot of thought to. My son's 1 year old. He's 14 months old, just started walking. He's the most adorable guy in the world. Just started walking. Yeah, you guys saw him on Saturday. But yeah, I'm on the fence. And the fact that I don't give you an emphatic yes, I don't mind it one bit, like that should give you an idea of what I think about the industry. Like, yeah, it still plays a little bit of a stigma in my mind, right? Like it really does still not, it's not necessarily completely 100% acceptable, even in my mind, and I see it every single day. So I hope that gives a little bit of insight into my personal life and what I feel about it, because I think that best sums it up. Like, would I want my son in the industry? I'm not sure yet.
I really appreciate that. And I know we have to stop. I need to tell them 2 more things, and you guys got to get ready.
Absolutely, I appreciate the time. And thank you guys. I'm honored to be here.
Thank you.